In this painting, Basquiat wants to break into your mind. He wants to really push you and make you aware of something completely new. Today we're going to talk about Jean-Michel Basquiat Museum Security from 1983. You could see an artist in control of the space, in control of his language, in control of what he wants to achieve. This is a window to the brain of a generation, nearly a country or a culture. Some people may think that this is kind of a self-portrait. I think it's actually much, much more than that. You first see this face which is centered in the picture. You see words dancing, you can feel the music, you can see the noise of a picture like this one. The color palette goes from the blues to the greens to the reds to the black to the white. There's really all those references, the technique he's using, the diversity that put this picture on a different level. And this picture describes so many elements of a young man in New York in 1983. He addressed politics, he addressed economics, he addressed racism, he addressed color, artistry. There's so many references to go from one word to the next. From sheriff to economic, from museum security to asbestos, from ESO. There's so many different little words that you can play with, and behind each of them there's a little story. This is a Basquiat retrospective in one painting. Basquiat has a message. He's not here to make you happy. Basquiat always will talk to you, engage you, and force you to face someone or to enter into discussions. The more you look, the more you see. I cannot remember another picture that brings not only the big head, the mask, but also the words, the music, the social aspect, the museum appeal. 1983, you enter in a more mature period. He's a superstar. He's not afraid, age 23, to basically mention that one day I'm gonna be in a museum. What matters to him is now. At the time in 83, for example, for such a young artist, museum was just a dream. An obsession for any artist, but even more for African-American artists at the time, where there's very small representation. Museums at the time were just protecting. They were not looking to help people discover. We need to basically break and enter that space, break that security to be part of it, to really engage with new crowds, with new people, with young people. That's why this picture is so important. You feel the intensity, you feel the success. Basquiat gives you basically absolutely everything. Before Sothebys, I used to work for Gérard Faggionato in London, and we had that picture at one point, and we thought that it would be interesting to offer that picture to MoMA. So we had a conversation with Kinnison McShine, the great curator, and there was a proper interest for museum security. Unfortunately, the price was already very high, and it was difficult for the museum to put the money together. To see such a young Jean-Michel thinking how culture should be a place for everyone is absolutely crazy.